Jeff Slawson for NCC News here at the DeWitt Jewish Community Center, and right now you can see there's a police barricade set up where they have a bomb threat. This is the second one within the past 2 weeks. Some states that were very shocking and very surprising: Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Those are some key states that really led to the Donald Trump victory. So let's get into it a little bit. Let's go into Florida. 5-month-old Elia Bakay's death on Saturday has been moved up to a homicide by police this past Monday. While a lot is not known about the cause of her death, what is known is that her parents brought her here, to this Botanica in Elmhurst. $275 is what the price is for a subway or bus ride here in New York City, and for some residents, that's simply just too much. I'm out here riding bicycles at the Erie County Fair, and if you want to hear more about it, check my story out on NCC News tonight. See you there. Thanks and good morning to both of you. Yes, here on campus this weekend, SU students are going to be given access to one of only 3 flight simulators of its kind on a university campus that is here at SU's Link Hall. And the aerospace engineers are able to use this building to give them real-world experience. So we're going to be walking right into the pilot's seat next to him. Jack, how's the flight going so far?
Going pretty well.
Actually, was just being done is he was being instructed to move his throttle to 0 to get the plane to slow down, because as it is a simulated perfect landing, that was very well done. Well, Jack, thank you so much for speaking with us. And this weekend, like I said, they're all sold out, and I'm lucky enough to have a spot on it. So hopefully next semester you can sign up and fly the simulator for yourself. Back to you. Here in New York, for food, it's the bigger, the better. And here at the Pizza Barn, they took bigger to a whole new level. Let's go check it out. So I don't think I realized until right now that a dream of mine has always been to ride a teeter-totter that happens to be a giant spoon. You can have that happen too. The Ice Cream Museum is here until August 31st. As you see right now, it seems like a fairly normal day, but as you were waking up this morning, you might have noticed it was a little bit cold, a little bit windy, and yes, we had snow this morning. October 26th brought us snow.
It's just going to continue going up. I mean, the service is terrible. I ride it every day. It's just not fair.
Robert Sardisco is among many residents who feel that the cost of a fare is too high for the service available. It is for that reason that Councilman Fernando Cabrera is attempting to pass his own system to lower the cost.
Establish a donation system whereby the $52 million of unused fares that are not used in the MTA could somehow be used for the working families and those who are economically disadvantaged.
By recycling this lost money back into the system, Cabrera is hoping this can have a positive effect on those who cannot afford other means of travel.
If they lower it, I would love it, because I'm one that used to transportation all the time. I don't have a car, I can't drive, so that's my source, is the buses and the trains.
With more than 300,000 New Yorkers spending an estimated 10% of their income on transportation, it can lead to tough decisions that Cabrera is hoping to eliminate.
I believe that we could use this money to help these families that are struggling. Sometimes they have to decide between food, medication, or transportation to go to work.
With ticket prices expected to increase in 2017, Councilman Cabrera is hoping that his policies can take effect before that's the case. From the Bronx, Jeff Slawson, Pix 11 News.
And I thought to myself, if I stay home and do nothing, then I wouldn't be happy doing that.
That is what went through Jan Maloff's mind when he was told of his cancer diagnosis a few weeks ago. Instead of just sitting on the couch, Maloff has continued his 21-year legacy of donating bicycles to the Syracuse community, a dream he has had since he was a kid, seeing his friends take a turn on the bikes they couldn't afford.
And the biggest thrill for them was riding a bicycle because they didn't have any. So I thought as a young man that if I ever got rich someday, which never really happened, but I would make sure that everybody had a bicycle.
Maloff has kept his promise with people from all around Syracuse dropping bikes off to the empty dairy barn at the New York State Fairgrounds, which Maloff and his crew can use for free. From there,
we then take these bicycles and we repair them, and we have several different programs in which we distribute them.
And it's bikes like the one that I'm riding right now that can take them as little as 1 hour to fix. And I can tell you from personal experience, they ride like they're brand new. Now, all of these bikes must go on December 24th, where they're hoping to reach their goal of 2,000 bikes donated. From the fairgrounds in Syracuse, Jeff Slawson, NCC News. The thing with Florida is in the 2000 election, that is what decided George W. Bush to become the president of the United States. And here, this is something that definitely helped Donald Trump get there. 29 electoral votes are at stake in Florida. Another key state that we're going to be looking at is Ohio. The thing with Ohio is Again, you're looking at it. We have city, city, city. All of these cities were controlled by Hillary Clinton, but Donald Trump took the entire rest of the state. You're looking down here. These are some notoriously Democratic districts that Donald Trump was still able to take and take fairly strong. You're looking at over here. He took 52% of Ohio. Now, before the election, some did not think that Ohio was going to go red, yet Donald Trump took 52% of the state. Hillary Clinton took 44%. Now, this might have an influence from the independent vote, but as you're seeing this, that's a lot of red to look at on this map. So we're going to be walking right into the pilot's seat next to him. Jack, how's the flight going so far?
It's going pretty well.
Actually, was just being done as he was being instructed to move his throttle to 0 to get the plane to slow down. And joining us now in studio is DPS Chief Bobby Maldonado. Thank you so much for standing with us today. We really are appreciating you talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, the first thing we want to know is there's been a lot of angst and anger, I guess, in the fact that there was not an orange alert that was sent out. People were unaware that it occurred. Explain to us why that is the case and if there are any steps moving forward to change that policy.
Sure, you know what we do generally.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Jeff Slawson. If you use a chip-based credit card, you're going to want to listen to this. Researchers say there could be a serious security flaw with those credit cards. She may be the president's daughter, but Sasha Obama has been working hard at her summer job. The 15-year-old has been working the takeout counter and bussing tables at the Oak Bluffs restaurant Nancy's in Martha's Vineyard. According to the Boston Herald, Sasha has been working the morning shift at the fried food joint. The restaurant is a family favorite, which the Obamas visit every summer. There is still a lot more to talk about. It's time for the Pix 11 News at 6.